Anastasia is a 23-year-old Russian girl with a story to tell. She was born and abandoned by her mother at a maternity home in Nizhny Tagil before spending the first 5 years of her life in a baby home.
Even she doesn't even remember what she looks like. Can't even imagine.
No pictures.
She never knew or met her father. She was placed in the city's infamous Orphanage No. 1 until she was released after 9th grade. Anastasia remembers that her mother came to visit her once when she was 7, but now can't remember anything about her. Her only family was the other orphans. She recalls that a German family wanted to adopt her, but she wouldn't go with them, preferring to stay in the orphanage in the hopes that her mother would one day come for her. As a young teenager, she began running away from the orphanage, always going to stay with the girls who had been reunited with their families. Please understand that there are two types of orphans in Russia: true orphans and social orphans, those children who have been abandoned and forgotten, left to be raised by the government's orphanage system. When Anastasia was 14, she was arrested on burglary charges and spent a year in a colony for juvenile delinquents. When she was released, she went back to Orphanage No. 1 and asked for help, but the officials said no, that she was old enough to take care of herself.
So she went back to the orphanage and asked them to help her, but they denied. They refused to help her. So she met a man who was 10 years older than she was.
Unable to find food or shelter, Anastasia was desperate. She met and moved in with an older man, became pregnant, and gave birth to a seriously ill son when she was 20. When Anastasia's boyfriend learned the baby needed a heart transplant, he too abandoned her, leaving her and their sick son. Anastasia and her baby traveled to Ekaterinburg, where her baby received his heart transplant. After 3 months of care in the hospital's clinic, they were released to live on the street. They lived in an apartment building hallway. Anastasia, desperate to care for the baby, returned to the orphanage and pleaded for help, but again she was told, "No, there's nothing we can do to help you." Anastasia met another man. Within a year, she was a heroin addict. Trapped, no place to go, no money, no documents. She had reached the bottom. Suicidal, but knowing in her heart that without her son too would be raised in the orphanage system. One day while riding a shuttle bus, she saw an ad for a rehab center. She wrote down the number. The next day, Anastasia called the center and spoke with Misha, a kind man who told her to come the following day and bring her baby, that he'd pay for the bus fare. Misha gave Anastasia hope. He told her to stay and go through the program. Anastasia finally knows what it's like to be part of a family, to be loved, to have hopes and dreams. Anastasia has taught herself how to play the keyboard. She enjoys singing and writing music. She goes to church regularly and has applied to music college. Her documents are in order and her son is happy and healthy. Anastasia needs your help. She doesn't have the money to contribute to the rehab center for her care. By estimation, there are 1 million children currently living in Russian orphanages. When they are released after 9th grade, they are given a change of clothes, an extra pair of shoes, a blanket or sheets, maybe a few dishes or some silverware, and $20. They are released without skills, without families, without living experiences in the outside world. Life is a serious struggle. Anastasia is not unique. Each story is sadly similar. Each story is heartbreaking. Dasana is joining forces with Big Family Ministries, a Russian charity in Nizhny Tagil, to bring support and hope to as many orphanage graduates as possible. For $25 a month, you can sponsor a young person. You can make a difference. You can help stop this tragic cycle of abandoned children, Russia's social orphans. Dasana is a 501c3 charity. 100% of your donation will go directly to this project. Please visit our website at www.dasanagiving.org to read about other projects, to to make a donation, or to volunteer your time and talents. The children need your help. Thank you.